5 seconds to go. Start. The fallacy, therefore, in the High Court's reasoning is that it assumes that indirect touch is not covered by Section 7, or, in other words, is no touch at all. That provision covers and is meant to cover both direct and indirect touch. In plain English, to touch is to engage in one of the most basic of human sensory perceptions. The receptors on the surface of the human body are acutely sensitive to the subtleties of a whole range of tactile experiences. The use of a spoon, for instance, to consume food without touching it with the hand in no way diminishes the sense of touch that is experienced by the lips and the mouth. Similarly, when a stick or other object is pressed onto a person, even when clothed, their sense of touch is keen enough to feel it. Therefore, the reasoning in the High Court's judgment quite insensitively trivializes, indeed legitimizes, an entire range of unacceptable behavior which undermines a child's dignity and autonomy through unwanted intrusions. The High Court therefore clearly erred in acting on such interpretation and basing its conviction of and awarding sentence to the respondents as it did they were guilty of sexual assault. In the case of Satish, the conviction is to be under section 8. In the case of Libnus, the appropriate conviction is of aggravated sexual assault under section 10. During the hearing, a few decisions of high courts were cited. In Dulal Dhar versus State of Tripura, the complained act was of grabbing the victim, forcibly kissing her, and trying to undress her. The judgment noted that touching of the named parts was not the only set of acts that were criminalized, and remarked that the legislature, in its wisdom, has used very wide language which states that does any other act with sexual intent which involves physical contact. Pulling the girl's uniform involves physical contact with sexual intent. Similarly, the Tripura High Court decision in Tushar Singha versus State of Tripura and judgments of Delhi High Court in Jitendra versus State and Rakesh versus State consistently held that touching the breast of a child victim constituted sexual assault under section 7, punishable under section 8. In all these judgments, the courts uniformly highlighted the sexual intent of the offender. I am of the opinion that those judgments of the Tripura and Delhi High Court have correctly interpreted the law having regard to the overall parliamentary intent which led to the enactment of POCSO. Another reason why the High Court's reasoning in the impugned judgment is unacceptable is that the term contact is comprehended in the expression force under section 349 of IPC in such manner that the causing to any substance motion, change of motion, etc., which brings that substance into contact with any part of that other's body or with anything which that other is wearing or carrying or with anything so situated that such contact affects that other's sense of feeling. Section 2.2 of POCSO enacts that the words and expressions used herein and not defined but defined in the Indian Penal Code 45 of 1860, the Code of Criminal Procedure 1974, 2 of 1974, the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, 2 of 2016, and the Information Technology Act 2000, 21 of 2000 shall have the meanings respectively assigned to them in the said codes or the acts. The idea of contact by a person with another through their clothing would hence imply a physical contact. This is because of a combined operation of section 2.2 of POCSO and section 349 of IPC. Crucially, neither section 7 nor any other provision of POCSO even remotely suggests that direct physical contact unimpeded by clothing is essential for an offence to be committed. In the end, I cannot resist quoting that the great tides and currents which engulf the rest of men do not turn aside in their course and pass the judges by. It is therefore no part of any judge's duty to strain the plain words of a statute beyond recognition and to the point of its destruction, thereby denying the cry of the times that children desperately need the assurance of a law designed to protect their autonomy and dignity as POCSO does. Stop.